plenty of time today. I'm gonna come one place where you can see how nature still been a live and how we been a live down here. But see, all through your Polynesia Island in Florida, and even cross the water yonder, when you get to Cumberland Island and things like that, you see plenty of we creature and things like that, and you see plenty of we culture. So just like this your armadillo, you see him? When you think of an armadillo, don't you think of a shell and how that shell can just move and change and alter, but also it can protect. And so our culture has been the same way. It has had to move and change and alter, but we've had to be the ones to protect it and keep it going. So a lot of times today, people come to historic sites like this at Kingsley Plantation, and they talk about historic preservation, but they don't talk about cultural continuation. And so you want to be able to have our culture continue by people still living those traditions. The same way that this armadillo has been able to adapt to the modern environment and still use a lot of its traditions. You see him going for his meal. So there's a lot of us that still live on these islands that have to be able to do the same thing. To be able to take the things that our ancestors brought over, use those same skill sets even today, to be able to continue our culture and traditions so that in the many, many years to come, even in the evolution of society and everything else, we still got dig and things like that. And Hunter can come, just like this dealer to do, and dig deep, and Hunter will still find our culture and our community. During the 18th century, thousands of enslaved Africans faced starvation, torture, and even death on their journey to the Americas, a voyage known as the Middle Passage. The ships carried their valuable human cargo to work in the fast-growing plantation economy of Carolina. Between 1709 and 1760, over 50,000 enslaved Africans disembarked in Carolina, mainly in the port of Charleston. Most of the forced immigrants, including Francisco Menendez, had been captured or purchased in the Senegambia region or along the Bight of Biafra. During early years of the Atlantic slave trade, the mortality rate for Africans approached 15%. Roughly 1 in 7 died or was killed while crossing the Atlantic. Many more captives died before slave ships were loaded. Slave insurrections also cost African lives. In 1749, 218 Africans rose against their captors on the British ship Brownlow. 62 died before reaching Charleston. Children to do. This year the Queen Quet. One more again from this year Gullah Geechee Nation News. So look your children, me there down in Florida. This year the place of Fort Lauderdale, where plenty of we ancestors them been kind back in the day, long time ago, and things like that. I'm so glad to say, 100 children, the Yeti we the crack we teach you, because plenty of time, people in the Yeti we the crack we teach, but we culture and things what they down here in Florida. But this year, the first place where people come for fight for freedom, hold upon the culture, hold upon the true thing. And they've been the one who make the border soldiers to in Carolina and this year Florida, when the Spanish were there and the Buckra them be there up north there. So plenty of time when 100 children the kind now, 100 not yet, but we right here in St. Augustine, Florida, till this year day. Plenty of Gullah Geechee today. And 100 children, you know if you kind with me, 100 go I know the truth, because that'll what going on. To do this year the Queen Quet one more again from down here in Florida and things like that, like we crack we teach and say in the Gullah Geechee Nation. 100 children might not know a whole lot about what's going on down here in St. Augustine, but this your community called Lincolnville. I know up in South Carolina we got Lincolnville, they got Lincolnville all over the place, but this your place so where we people been to hold them down for true hey businesses and all that thing, and still to this year day this your one week community down here. 15 years old, we've had we festival here, the Our Story Heritage Conference and things like that. So today I'm so glad for they back in St. Augustine in Lincolnville, and 100 children that come in Florida, you have to come down here so you can crack your teeth with the people and yeti what is going on down here. This year the Queen Quet, head from the body of this year Gullah Geechee Nation, and this year the what going on.
the African American Research Library and Cultural Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Many people come to the city to go to its beaches, but they don't often think about the other bridges, like this statue that I'm sitting beside, this powerful piece of art, this creative work that actually symbolizes a bridge that also incorporates the drum, our mode of communication, so effectively used by the Seminoles with their fight to stand for freedom over and over and over here in Florida, that eventually the plan was to move them and remove them from this area and have them pushed inward away from their homeland. Now, very interestingly enough, this is also symbolic of the Peters Bridge. And many of you have ever heard of the march from Selma to Montgomery. You're familiar with the Peters Bridge. Well, this also incorporates that. Now, I'm not going to tell you the entire story behind this memorial piece that sits here in front of this historic building. Why? Because I want you to be able to come down this summer to the Gullah Geechee Nation International Music and Movement Festival and learn the story. This is one case where the bridge through the rhythm of the drum will be alive for you. Trust me, after the experience, you'll never be the same.
Yeah, this your Queen Quet, the head funny body of the Gullah Geechee Nation. But you know one other thing? Me the co-founder of the Gullah Geechee Nation International Music and Movement Festival. That is we official festival for the Gullah Geechee Nation. But look y'all, this year we truly want to make we story. Because we going to have the Gullah Geechee Seminole Maroon Reunion right here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Right at this your place, the African American Research Library and Cultural Center and the Samuel Devlo Park. Plenty of children know plenty about Fort Lauderdale and things like that. So that's why we want all of you for join we down here. Because even after we get together right here in the city, we the Gwine yonder for tour and things like that with the Seminole. And then after that, we going to have time right here for these your grounds. And that Sunday, we the Gwine from the port here over to the Grand Bahamas Island. So we want 100 children, but join back. We family and things like that. Because this could be the first time in we story that the children join together, whether the Seminole, the Gullah Geechee, and the Maroon. So children, please y'all, make sure you make your plan now, but join we y'all in August. This year the Queen Quet for Gullah Geechee TV. And children, that'll what's going on.